The 8th annual Detroit Doll Show is coming to town on November 9th. It's billed as the largest show of its kind, featuring dolls of color in a celebration of culture, diversity, and self-love. The entire family will have a doll-lightful time at the Northwest Activity Center. Doll makers from across the country will display their unique creations. Plus, there are going to be doll making workshops, a doll look-alike contest, children's authors, vendors, and entertainment. Joining me now is the founder of the show, Sandra Epps of Sandy's Land LLC, along with two of the doll makers. Coletta Peterson is a crochet doll artist, and Monda Mims creates lifelike baby dolls. Welcome to American Black Journal, all of you.
Thank you so much for having us. We're so excited.
Yeah, no, I'm glad you came back, because this is actually one of my favorite events every year. I think it's very cool, the idea of a doll show, not just a doll show that celebrates dolls as culture, which you do, but you really celebrate the idea of dolls as art. All of the dolls here really are expressions of art.
Yes, they are, especially with the doll artists that we have here today.
Sure.
And that's a wonderful thing to have them on board, so you can see the actual doll artists and their dolls.
Yeah. So tell me about the idea for this. Where did you come up with this?
I wanted to do something to basically make girls happy, make women happy, you know, transform their opinions of themselves, and what better way to see the reflection of themselves in their dolls. But originally, as I stated earlier in our previous interview, it stemmed from me living with lupus and almost dying from lupus. And my self-esteem had horrible self-esteem, but I wanted to do something to transform the girls' minds in terms of how they feel about themselves. What better way to do it than with dolls? So, you know, fast forward from, you know, childhood and feeling bad, but doing this, you feel good, you know, having dolls that look like you.
Yeah, right. And that's still an issue.
Yes.
Making sure that girls of color have dolls who look like them.
Exactly. It's still an issue, and even when you go to local stores, right now today, you go to your local Targets and Walmarts, and you don't see very many dolls. You will see some sometimes, but sometimes you go into stores and you still, in the Black community, you still don't see dolls of color.
Yeah.
And we got a long way to go, but what we're doing, we're making it happen where people know that we exist, these doll artists exist, and they can purchase dolls that look like them.
Yeah. So let's talk about these dolls that we have here. Let's talk about the crochet dolls, which are amazing in the detail that's involved. I'm looking at the hair on this one here. I'm thinking how long it must have taken to put that all together.
Surprisingly, not long. I made a doll for a friend, and I make patterns as well. And someone was like, "Oh, that doll you made her, where's the pattern?" I was like, I don't have a pattern for it. There was no pattern. And so he is actually the first boy doll that I had to look at the pictures of the doll that I made her and remake him just from sight. The hair reminded me of my nephew's hair. They've got curly little afros, and I wanted to kind of mimic it. And so, you know, the outfit, I find a lot of inspiration from the little kids that I encounter. Is actually an outfit that I'd seen a little kid running around in Ferndale. So.
Wow. And talk about this other gorgeous doll sitting here.
I am a huge nerd. I love anything sci-fi and alien-like, and just anything that's considered out of this world. And my favorite Disney movie is Atlantis, and so I love the colors of the Kida doll that was the character Kida that was on there. And so I was like, I think I want to kind of figure out how to make this doll. Initially, she was not a ballerina. She just had white hair, kind of like a loincloth situation. But as Monda will probably tell you, as an artist, when you're creating, your dolls tend to talk to you. And so she ended up being a ballerina. And so I work with, I do a lot of sci-fi inspired dolls. But much like Sandy said, it's really about, you know, representation and getting kids to understand, you know, finding the beauty in their style, their creativity, their talents. And a lot of my dolls, I try to reflect that in.
Well, I mean, sci-fi is another genre where representation is an issue, right?
Yes,
you go to movies, you read books, there aren't a whole lot of people of color represented there.
Absolutely, not at all. Black Panther was a huge movie. And I had actually had a request for a Shuri doll.
Oh, you did?
And I wish I had it because I completely freestyled it and it turned out amazing.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And when I shared it on my Instagram, everybody was like, well, can you make me one? I'm like, no, that's literally one of a kind, because I can't tell you exactly how I did
what
that.
you did.
Yeah.
Yeah. How did you get into crocheting and then sort of merge it with the idea of making dolls?
I lost a job. And I was at home and I had a pity party for one, and my sorority sister called and she was like, okay, you've been moaning for a week. Are you done?
What next, right?
What's next? You have all of this creativity in you. Use it. And a couple months later, a friend called and she was like, hey, I'm having a baby. You've been making scarves and hats. Your family's going to stage a coup. Make me a doll.
Wow.
And so I made her a doll, and it looked like Frankenstein's monster, just one long arm, one short arm. It was an absolute mess. But the more I got into it and I connected with other Black doll artists, the more I realized that this is kind of what I want to do.
Yeah.
And I started taking technique classes and just molding my dolls to what I would have wanted as a kid.
Yeah.
And here we are.
Well, they are absolutely gorgeous.
Thank you.
Yeah. Now, Monda, when you walked onto the set, I said, who brought babies with them to the television show? That's not what we normally do here, but these are, of course, dolls.
These are dolls. These are reborn dolls. And what a reborn doll is, it is a lifelike baby. So they're made with so much realism that they'll deceive your own eyes. They are actually weighted to feel like babies. This one here has a cloth body, so it's a little lighter, but it's for more posable, and I do everything painted by hand. They have rooted eyelashes, and they can also have fully anatomically correct bodies. So depending on if you want a little boy or a little girl, if you would like her with painted hair or rooted hair or bald even, and you know, they can be specifically customized to look like you, you know, or someone that you love.
I was going to say, do you have people who want you to recreate their children? Or?
Absolutely, absolutely. And they have to have this birthmark right here because, you know, she had that birthmark right there. So, you know, and that's what's so amazing, because they can be customized to look like you, to look like you, to look like me. And I love that.
Wow.
I love that.
How did you get into doll making?
Oh my goodness, I'm already creative. I'm a cosmetologist, so when I just found something else that was so unique, I'm like, wow, I want to make that.
I want to do this,
I want to do this. And I'm a licensed CENA too. I'm a hospice aide. So they're very therapeutic for the patients also. So not only for kids or for adults, they're also good for seniors also. So just people of all ages, not just women, men and boys included, can still have fun with their dollies. So
Did you have any dolls like this when you were a kid? There was nothing like that, right?
There was absolutely nothing like this, nothing like this. And I even was trying to, you know, we would create our dolls and try to, you know, give them our own personal touches and put fingernail polish on them, just to, you know, give them your own little connecting to your doll. But now you can actually have a doll and you can work with your artists so they can be customized to what you want.
Talk about some of the things people will learn when they come to the doll show.
Of course, they'll get, you can participate with a ton of workshops, head wraps, doll workshops, of course, arts and crafts, and we have the Sky Princess movie that's going to be shown there as well. So we have a full fledged program. And then I wanted to show you this doll before we go. She is a Brains by Beauty doll, Malaya, and she talks. She does 20.
See, this is where I go, you know, you go cross the line with the dolls. I don't like dolls that talk.
But
what did she say?
But she says you're creative. So she says 20 different things for girls to be inspired. You're
really
deserving.
Cool.
So this is pretty cool for self-esteem building. So
you know, one of the things that strikes me about this show is also that it sort of reinforces the idea that dolls are not just for kids and maybe not just for girls either.
No, we have boys that attend. We have men that attend. We have men who collect dolls as well as women. And of course, children love dolls as well. So we have some things for boys on the program too. We have Otis Bellinger who will be doing a workshop for boys. So the whole entire family can come out on November the 9th from 11 to 7 p.m. at the Northwest Activity Center at 18100 Myers Road.
Yeah, right. Great place and a great show, of course.
Yes.
Yeah. So thanks for being here and congratulations.
Thank you. 8 years,
Yeah,
growing
right?
strong, and we have some phenomenal doll artists on board. We have over 30 vendors this year, so we are very excited.
Wow. All right.